Oh, socks. Socks everywhere. Surely there must be a more fun / enjoyable way of washing your socks without just throwing them in the wash and putting them on a cold wash. But what though? Ooh, what about something from France? And maybe that something could be this. Ooh, this is an interesting little thing for the channel. This is a Tefal Alternatic Program tabletop washing machine. Yeah. Okay, how do I explain this then? I have no idea. Can I help? Oh, yes, perhaps you could. Are you going to talk us through it? Okay. Well, basically, it's a tabletop washing machine that has like a spinny disc at the bottom. What do you mean a spinny disc? Well, it doesn't have a drum per se. It just has like a... You remember what the Hoover washing machines used to have? The twin tubs and single tubs? Yes. They used to have a pulsator in them, didn't they? That was... it was on the side. It was on the side, exactly. But this one, yes, it's on the bottom. Oh, if you, it's like down there in the drum. Although it's not really a drum. It's just basically a wash tub. Come in. No, that was me. Oh. So basically you've got like a program selector. Is this it? Yes, this here. This is the program selector. And it's got various languages on it, which is quite cool. That's quite cool. It is very cool, actually. So do you want to read this? I can't see it. Do you want some glasses? Yes, okay. Is that better? Yes. Okay, so let's have a look. And what does it say? It says... No, I'll read it. Okay. You go back over there. All right then. You go on down there. Okay. Honestly. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around the dial. That might be a bit easier if I bring you closer so you can actually see it, and then you can see in the wash tub too. There we go. That's better. So here are your wash program selections. So you've got pre-lavagio, Vorwaschen, pre-wash. Okay, and then you've got Amolo, Doorwecken, Einwischen, which is soak. Then you have Lavagio, waschen, wash. And then under here you have Handmaktig legen, Entleeren, Suotomento manuale, to empty. And then these are like your rinse programs. So these are your wash programs. These are your rinse programs. So we have Risiaco, rinse, Spolen, and Spulen. So it's got, well, I suppose you could say it's 1, 2, 3 wash programs. Pre-wash, soak, and wash. This bit down here to empty the machine. And then you have 3 rinses here. It's quite cool, actually. So there's no sort of automatic things going on here. This is all manual, although the machine will advance through the program stages on its own and pause when it gets to each of these. And then you just have to give the knob a twist, and then it moves on to the next stage of the program. And if you have a look here in the drum, I'll just open the lid. Be much easier for you to see. Here we go. So I keep saying drum, but it's really the wash tub. So you have this, which is the drain mechanism. And I found when I used this previously that this rubber bung on the end tended to get stuck, and it kind of pulls itself out of this. It's very, very flimsy plastic. And you have this lever here, which sort of goes up and down. It sits on the side of the tub, like at the back over there. And then when you're ready and you twist the lever to drain like that, it raises this up, and then the water drains out of the tub, which is pretty cool. We have our fill hose here, which attaches around the back and should go onto your tap. But unfortunately, this is too small to go on my kitchen tap. So I actually have to like hold it in place, which is a pain in the arse, but never mind. And then you have your wash pulsator down the bottom. So this like spins to the right and then it spins to the left. So you get like a rotating sort of wash action in your tub. And if you look under here, if I take the top off, you stay where you are. You see there's the drive there. So this is the motor drive here. And there's obviously a gearbox in here that drives this to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. And that's what moves the pulsator back and forth. And then if I show you here, if I turn the tub around, you'll see there's the drive. I don't know what you call that. The drive arm, the drive bit, the bit that goes to do the drive. I don't know. Just see if you turn the pulsator, it turns. Unfortunately, this one is a little bit bent. I think it got stored not quite right, not in quite the right place. So it kind of, there was pressure applied to this and it kind of bent it somewhat, which is unfortunate. So it's slightly noisier than it should be. You can see the fill here. This is fill, high fill, and the water comes out at this point down here. And then if you look down there, you can see the drain hole. So this piece fits here. I won't put it on fully. We'll do that when we use it. And this is your drain control. So there's no pump to this at all. It literally just, going all over the table, it literally just drains out of that hole there. It's very simple, but I will say it's very effective, which is cool. And it's quite good fun to use as well. I'm just going to pop the top back on. You can't see that, but that's what I'm doing. There we go. Pop that on like that. Okay, so let's move you again. I just found the quality control sticker as well. So, I mean, it's pretty much complete. We don't have the instruction book, unfortunately. But then really, what instructions do you need for this? Just plug it in, turn it on, turn the knob, off it goes. So, in the modern world, I suppose quite a good use case for this is if you're camping, if you've got a caravan or a camper, and you're away for a long period of time, at least you can wash your clothes, and it is more effective and easier than hand washing. Hand washing is a pain. So it's like a semi-automatic washing machine, I suppose you could say. Now obviously the biggest problem with it is that it doesn't spin. There's no way to make this spin anything. There's no basket to put the clothes in. It doesn't really get fast enough. The pulsator doesn't turn at a reasonable enough speed in order to spin the water out of your clothes. So you have to hand wring everything. And you could obviously have a separate spin dryer if you so wanted, but I don't have any separate spin dryers. So when it comes to washing my socks, I'm going to have to probably put them in the Bosch to spin them. It does work surprisingly well, I will say. I washed an Auric bag in it, and it did a really good job. I was very, very surprised at how well it did. This one, I think, is late 80s, maybe pushing into early 90s, possibly. I do remember them as a child being in the catalogues. And I bought one when I was a kid, so it was a long, long time ago. Probably the late 80s, and it was, I think it was a 1970s version, because it had a very 70s colour scheme. But it didn't use this method of washing. That one used a drum, and it actually had a plastic rotating drum inside, which did the wash action, and then you could take the drum out if you wanted to remove your clothes or put more clothes in. And that one was hilariously labelled as a washer dryer, which is insane because even that one with a rotating drum had no method of spinning clothes. And I remember it had a vent on the back round here, and it was basically a hairdryer. it was like a little hairdryer inside this unit, which sucked cold air in at the back and then blew what would laughingly be described as warm air into the drum area, and yeah, it would sit there with like this little hairdryer blowing on the clothes, and it honestly, it was the most useless thing you've ever seen in your life. I don't think it actually dried anything. I'd say that was definitely a marketing gimmick that they'd created a compact portable washer dryer. But no, it just, I mean, maybe if you left it on for days, it might dry some clothes, but it certainly didn't dry anything when I had it. I probably didn't even wring them out. Not hello, clothes, are you dry? No, I didn't wring them out and just left them in there just completely sopping wet, and then went dry. This poor little thing's going, 700 watt hairdryer element. Just trying to dry some clothes. Ew. So that's enough of me waffling on. Let's take this beast into the kitchen. We'll get it all set up and we'll wash these socks. Brace yourselves, this is going to be awesome. Okay, let's give this a go. So I've got the fill hose connected up here, and I've got the drain closed here at the back. I don't close this fully. You probably can't see it very well, but because the tube that acts as the bung tends to get blocked and it pulls it out, so it's just all a massive faff. So I'm going to fill it up with hot water. You'll see the water coming out here, and then we're going to take it up to this point here. So yeah, I'm going to hold this on the tap. I'll probably burn myself, but yeah, let's get the water inside it. And that should do us for what we want to wash today. So now we just need to put some detergent in here and mix it in. So what I do in this situation is I just put a little bit of this Oxyactive in. So we'll put one little scoop of that into the wash tub, like so. And we will have a squirt of Fairy. Gentle clean, even in a cold wash. I'm doing bloody cold washes. Ugh, nasty. Just put a bit in. Don't go too far, maybe that much, I think. So just to say, in this demo, don't start moaning because you haven't done enough wash time, you haven't done enough rinses, you put too much in, you put too little in, it's not enough water, you put too much water, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. This is just a demo of the machine running, okay? So now we want to just mix this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our knob. Let me move you up a little bit so you can see it. There we go. Just going to move our knob to pre-wash and it will start and mix all that in. I just moved the knob back to 0 then, just to stop the machine. So now we can put our socks in. I'm probably going to be finding socks, hanging around forever. So let's throw these in. There we go. Oh, the machine started itself. Okay. And off it goes. So I'm just going to move the knob to the wash section here. So I'm going to move this to number 3 and the machine's going to wash our socks for us. Oh, apart from the fact that it stops. Okay. There we go. I didn't have the knob in the right place. And the machine has stopped at this point here, which is basically to empty. So it's finished the wash cycle. So now we need to drain the tub and then refill it with cold water in order to do a rinse. The drainage procedure is really simple. It's this lever on the side here, and you can see at this point that I haven't pulled it all the way back to lock it in place, because as I say, the bung down the bottom here tends to get stuck and then it pops out, so you've got to take this all apart to get it all back in place. So all I have to do is push this way and the water will start to come out. And there you go. See the water draining from underneath. And if I move you back round, you'll see the water draining out the tub. Now, as I mentioned to you previously, there is no way of spinning your clothes with this machine. So basically, you've just got to hand wring them out. I'm not going to bother doing that in this instance. We're just going to close up the bung hole again with this lever here up to a certain point, not too far. And then we are going to, using the same procedure, refill the tub with cold water this time and complete the rinse. I think that's enough water to complete a rinse. So there we go. So we dry my hand a second. So now what we do is, I'll just close this lid a second, just move the camera slightly, and we'll turn the knob to position number 4. And you'll see there's 3 rinses here that are programmed in. The machine will stop each time it finishes 4, 5 or 6. So it'll do 4, it'll stop, it'll do 5, it'll stop, it'll do 6, and that will be the end of the program. So we're only going to do 1 rinse in it because I'm going to transfer these socks to the Bosch automatic for a final rinse and a spin. So let's move the knob around to 4. Just there. And complete the rinse. Tend to tangle these up a bit. It's not too bad, but there is some tanglage. And the machine has reached position 5 on the dial, which means it's ready for the next rinse. So once again, we have to drain the wash tub, which we do by moving this lever, like so. And the water will drain away. So whilst that's doing its final drain, we can conclude the video. I mean, you know, it's a simple machine. It's just a plastic tub with a motor on top and a very crude timer arrangement with a gearbox to make the lower pulsator spin to the left and then spin to the right. Now, whilst it's fine for washing some socks, does a good job, I really wouldn't want to wash like a double bedspread in it. I think that would be an absolute nightmare. There are limitations as to what you can do with it. If you were going to go camping for a while and you had a power supply, I mean, it doesn't take much load because the cable is just so thin. It's like it's almost like lamp flex. It's really, really thin. So yeah, easy to use in a caravan and far more effective than just having a hand wash. Hand washing is a pain in the ass, frankly. I've done it whilst I've been away on holiday in the past. I'd much rather have this than stand by the sink. And now it starts itself off again because I was just attacking it. Okay, stop. Whee! Yeah, that's not meant to happen, so thanks for that. That's French quality for you, good old Tefal. Yeah, as a caravan, camping, washing machine, I think it's brilliant. You could just chuck it in your caravan, take it with you, clean your smalls with it. Lovely stuff. It's great, it's brilliant. If you can find one, buy one. play with it because it's really good fun. And I love it. So there we go. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed that demonstration of the Tefal Alternatic Program comedy tabletop washing machine. You guys take care, and I will see you in a future video. Bye for now. See you soon, socks. Good luck on your rinse and spin. Love you.